Hello. We are live with Elysian Road side stories. So, and because we don't have Josh again, and he doesn't want his character to be constantly knocked unconscious or poisoned or gotten sick, we're gonna go to a different part of the universe, of the sector. So y'all are gonna be in this system of DVDs. I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. I don't. Okay, how would you guys pronounce? I don't think I've actually said it out loud before. Well, how do you guys pronounce this word? Duvides.
Oh, I don't know.
Divides.
Divides.
Divides. Ooh, I think I like that the best. Let's do divides. Yeah, divides. Okay, so it's the system of divides. It's it is in the southern part of the map here. I'll bring this up and kind of show you guys where things are on here. Drag you over to the map. So we are in the southern part of the sector in 0308 this week. In the system of Divides. And Divides is home to a couple of planets. Both of which are primarily influenced by the All Saints Church of God. And
Wait, say that again?
there's a couple planets in this system, both of which are heavily influenced by the All Saints Church of God.
Okay, I thought you said the mercenary group was, and I was like, what?
No. The mercenary group, the Order of the Dust that you're working for, is in this system over here, COS 0707. And so obviously not, or so are any of you natives of Kulo, the main planet of the Order of the Dust?
What is they're Italian?
They're Italian in culture, yeah.
Then I don't think so.
No one is? Okay.
I'm a robot
Sure.
in a jar.
Interesting. Well, you just ruined it. That's gonna be a cool reveal, Jared.
None of the team knows yet.
So, yeah. So you guys are hired from various walks of life, and we'll kind of have a conversation about like why you guys are now working with the Order of the Dust, and kind of see that as we play here. But I think what I think this is, we get the obligatory flashback, obviously, because this is Elysian Road. But the flashback is you all meeting. No. You know what it is? This is what it is. Okay, so we see like a command room, right? So like screens everywhere. It's slate gray. Just everything is like monochrome, right? So it's blacks, whites, and grays. That's all it is. It's like this control center. So there's like a couple of like officers in like these like just slate gray uniforms, just like typing away or like speaking into headsets very professionally. We see a guy in this slate gray armor that is the norm of the Order of the Dust. And so the Order of the Dust is a mercenary group, the most professional mercenary group in the galaxy, or in this sector, anyway. We see an older gentleman. He seems to be in like his 50s. Gray hair, sharp angled face, so angular face, and he's like an older man, and we see his face as he takes off this like helmet, right? So, but it's actually probably one of those helmets that like you press a thing on the armor, right, and the helmet just like retracts back into the base of the back of the armor. We see him kind of like walking to the command center, and someone comes up to him, like a woman like officer, and says, "Sir, Captain Talmieri is here to see you." And he kind of like nods. He says, "Well, this is as good a place as any to talk about the upcoming mission. Just send him in." And so we see Garrett Talmieri as he walks in to this command center. So Connor, what does your character look like? And So all of you are going to be wearing the same like armor. At the very least, like some stylistic like
Right.
Order of the Dust uniform, right? So what do you look like?
Just a heads up real quick, I did roll for credits and I got 2,200. So I don't know what
Dang.
I'm talking about. So I'm definitely getting that boss armor.
Wait.
Okay.
No,
Because it's 2d6 times 100 credits.
Yep.
So I rolled an 11.
Okay. I forgot you were doubling it. I was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what armor do you
Okay.
have then? What is it?
It's the whatever armor. Oh.
Right, that armor.
Security armor, right?
Yeah, security armor.
Wait. No, I lied. That was what he wanted.
Or no, combat field armor.
Okay.
Combat field uniform.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so we see you walk in your combat field uniform, slate gray, right? And what does Garrett look like? How does he walk in?
It wasn't a combat field uniform. Those were 1,000 credits. It was a woven body armor. That's 400. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting the combat field.
Because he now has the credits to do so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have that. So right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, all of you will have the same slate gray stylistics on whatever you're wearing,
Fair.
whether or not you don't have the same armor, right?
All right.
So
Let's just check.
that's what I meant, yeah.
I mean, let me pull up his picture. Oh, you didn't change
I
it.
couldn't, Connor, I sent you in a message. I can't use that picture because it's too narrow.
Ah, California.
You can broadcast.
It's depressing. I mean, he has sharp blue eyes, dark black hair comes down over his face, and he's obviously very very comfortable as a soldier.
Sure.
He's comfortable taking orders. He's very pleased to be called in and like whatever. So he's walking fine, but there's like that's his daily or circumstantial emotional state is just he's comfortable being in this place.
Mm-hmm.
But even his superior officer, you can just see it in his eyes in the camera that he's like just internally destroyed.
There's some sort of heavy weight.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he is broken.
Sure. So you walk in, and the commander, your superior officer in this case, whose name I will quickly generate, he greets you. Let's see. Perfect. So, Commander Panaris, Sergio Panaris, he greets you, and again, this is like a older man in his 50s, hawkish face, and he kind of like nods to you, and he says, Captain Talmieri, good to see you. I trust you're doing well.
I'm fine.
He kind of like raises one eyebrow. Are you ready to go out into the field again?
Absolutely.
That's what I like to hear. This next mission is going to be rather difficult, and I would like to preface it may require some moral compromise.
I'm assuming that's why you asked me.
Well, you are the best.
He grunts at that.
And he kind of like, he gives you a thin smile, and he says, of course there are people who hold a weapon better than you, but there's no one with your steel under my command. And I need that. I need that cold iron. So, your task will be, and he like kind of like gestures, and like a screen like comes up with like some like blueprints and things, and you see like a blueprints for like a tower of some sort. And he said, you're going to be going to 308. Are you familiar with the divide system? You
I
wanna
feel like he's not.
Okay. I mean, you can make a roll.
Is that a no roll?
Yeah.
Plus intelligence.
Mhm.
How can I roll that from the screen, or do I have to?
Remember, you have to click the little pencil on the top right if you're done editing.
I'm done editing. Oh, I see.
Yep,
Sorry.
and then we'll let you roll again. Yep. Yeah, you don't know anything about the divide system.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, so you maybe just like shake your head. He nods. He's like, it's not a very important system in the politics of the sector, but I wouldn't underestimate it. There's some things happening there that I think might be worth our attention. Well, anyway, we've been hired by an employer who wishes to remain anonymous to steal a relic of sorts. It's the planet of Gui.
Your character actually laughed.
No, absolutely not.
The planet of Gui, and you can recognize that as that's Chinese. The planet of Gui is industrial in nature. The billowing smoke into the atmosphere. It's rather toxic air, honestly. But it provides a lot of the industry for the southern part of the sector. Anyway, it's, as you are unfamiliar with it, I'll give you just a brief point of interest. It's home to the All Saints Church of God, which is a burgeoning religion that is really taking root in the system. They're rather peaceful. They haven't really caused much in the way of trouble, exactly, but they do have some radical ideals. Anyway, you're going to be going to a pilgrimage site of sorts on the planet. One of the very few places that isn't entirely ruined by toxic waste or covered with skyscrapers. It's a tower of sorts, an old cathedral made into something more. They've been working on it for hundreds of years now, building it more into a bigger and better structure every single year. It's a sort of community project, as I understand. But there's something being kept there, a relic of the religion. We haven't been given many details, but it's supposedly in the vault beneath the tower, beneath the old cathedral. Your task is going to be to steal it and to kill anyone who gets in your way. Now, hopefully, this mission can be done quietly, without bloodshed. But if it comes down to it, I want you to kill anyone who could get this, who could warn them of what you've done. We want to try to make this as undetectable as possible. We're giving you a storage unit to replace the relic with, and your computer officer will, of course, be able to deal with the more technical nature of the vault. But we trust that you can do this to the best of your ability, Captain Telmieri. Am I correct in that assumption?
Best of my ability is all I ever do, sir.
I believe it. Now, your crew. And so, real quick question. Has Garrett worked with any of your characters before?
Yes.
Probably. I think it's more interesting if he has.
Yeah.
That's why we're his crew.
Okay, yeah. So you already know him then. So I guess what he asks then is he asks you, Garrett. He says, "So your crew, who are you going to take?"
goes to look at character sheet names.
Well, I would think that this is where we kind of like, if this was a TV show, this would be where you would explain like and like give us the details on like your crew and like the people, right, like who are going to be working with you, and we'll get like, you know, shots of them doing their own thing. But so I guess this is the time, right, where like we'll go through one by one and have the other characters kind of introduce themselves. So we see as Garrett starts to explain Kiana's role in the team, we see some shots of Kiana. So what is Kiana doing right now? So basically, right, this is like getting real-time shots of what you guys are up to while Garrett's having this meeting.
So should this be like a mission shot or like a chilling out shot?
Probably like chilling out. What do you do? What are you doing with your free time?
Oh, okay. Then yeah, she's probably like it probably cuts to like the side of the base, and she's not actually good at climbing things, but she's probably sort of just up on one of the like security walls, just sort of hanging her legs over the side, and like, you know, flipping a monoblade knife, which is probably a horrible idea. You know,
yeah,
up and down, yeah.
So where's Kiana from?
Space.
A good question. Somewhere with people who have red hair.
That could be a couple of different places.
Okay.
Are you Norse or are you like Irish?
Let's go with Irish.
Okay, so you're probably from the Polar System 105, the planet of Radius. That's Fergus's home planet.
How do you spell that?
The planet is like that, I think. Yeah.
And so then does that mean that we're involved in this psychic cult thingy as well? Like
your family was either like, if your family was a noble family, then for sure. If your family was like a more commoner family, maybe not.
Okay. Then yeah, she's probably knows of it, but isn't
Right.
involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were just in one of like the small towns in the planet.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So what do we get from, as Garrett kind of explains your role in the crew? What do we see?
Explains his role or Kiana's role?
Kiana's role. No, I was asking David, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, basically she's a stealth operative and like a so I wouldn't say maybe recon. Her notice isn't that great. Mostly she kills people who don't know that she is there. Yeah, she's good at sneaking around.
Cool. Okay, cool. So we get a shot of as Garrett explains, the second member of his crew. We see a shot of, I think we'll go to Ada next. So what is Ada doing right now?
Running on a very futuristic treadmill.
Sure. Okay.
Nice. It's just a floating tread.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, basically.
Just a floating tread. So what do we see from like her like profile as it like pops up on the screen, right? Like, and like what your skills and like abilities are?
Well, she's half psychic, half forget what I am, warrior.
Mm-hmm.
She shoots things.
Okay. Where is she from?
Just for familiarity's sake, I think I'm gonna say she's also from Xanless.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Because I know about Xanless already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure. Yes, you somehow found your way to the Order of the Dust. Real quick. Well, yeah, we don't need to get necessarily into that right now, but at any time that whatever feels appropriate, like during the story, if you want to give us more information about any of your characters, feel free. About like where they're coming from, why they showed up here, and if that comes up in dialogue too, that's, you know, that would be cool. So we see Ada on the treadmill, and then we see Jenkins. So where's Jenkins? What's he up to?
He's shooting the breeze with the like requisition officers and the crap. What are they called? Where you go and get a bunch of weapons and food and such before.
Requisition officers.
Quartermaster.
Yeah, and the quartermaster and requisitions and all that. Shooting the breeze.
Yes, I mean, we obviously see that you're like a big robot.
I mean, technically in the rules I'm an android, so
That was
I don't
the
know what that
closest thing
means.
you could find to what you wanted. So.
I mean, you can be like a legit robot.
I look like a dude in hulking armor.
Right,
Like I have like a human, super realistic, attractive human face.
Okay, sure.
I can control that. I'm like the epitome of sexiness.
Sounds good. So yeah, we see him do that, and then what do we see in terms of his like abilities and combat skills and things?
He's super good at stabby slice, and he's also really good at getting people to help us out. You know, getting stuff, requisitions and such.
Sure. Yeah. So requisition. There, you talking with the requisition officer is a little bit of a foreshadowing for like what your character can do.
Do we know that you're a robot, by the way?
No one knows. No one even knows where he's from. Not even me.
The ultimate secret. Okay, so we think you're just a buff dude then, right?
Yeah.
That never
That's
takes
weird.
his armor off. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Awesome. Yes, we get that like sequence. And so can any of you use program?
Nope, I
Probably
can't.
not.
Interesting.
I decided not to since it was way too OP.
Yeah. Okay. So I think you have one more member of your crew then, an NPC. And
Can he pilot as well?
yeah, sure. He does all the things that you guys can't do. And this guy's he is a Kulo native, so he's been with Order of the Dust his whole life. His name is Fabiano Luciani. And yeah, we see him come up on the screen. He's in like the base bar, which is like one of the most tame bars you've ever seen in your life. Like it's like you like he goes up right to this like just this slate gray counter in this like really well lit room, and just like gives them like a card, right? And like the bartender, which is a robot, just like says, "Your one requisitioned glass of alcohol a day is coming in 3, 2," and then it like comes up on the counter like from like below this like little tube, and it's just like a small glass of like very light beer, and he just like takes it. He's drinking it. He has like a black mustache, black hair. Yeah, cool. So we go back to Garrett and Commander Panaris, and Panaris looks at you, Garrett, and he nods and he says, "Your usual crew. What do you see in them, Captain? I've always wondered."
To get the job done. He's not telling the truth.
Yeah,
That's
I
what he
think
said.
Panaris like raises an eyebrow, right? He says, "Efficiency is highly prized in the Order, Captain. Let it be known that that is what we hire you for. Efficiency."
Wait, does he thinks he sees through my lie? Nah, I'm just saying that he's lying for the sake of the audience, not for the sake of.
I mean, this guy's not a dummy. He's seen your mission reports before.
I mean,
Also,
yeah.
I'm looking at your -1 talk roll and thinking he probably sees through.
shut up.
I mean, yeah, if you legitimately want to like lie to him and like have him not believe you or have him believe you, then that's the thing you do.
feel
I
like
mean,
it's
it's just it's not that big of a deal. I was just thinking cinematically. This
Right.
is his answer because he's a hard grizzled warrior. There's
Yeah.
no reason for him to think anything otherwise.
Okay, so you even believe it.
What? No. No, there's a reason he holds on to these people, but it's not. It's not.
Right. And I think this guy, like, unless you're gonna roll, he knows.
Okay, whatever. I'm not trying to make a metagame here. I'm just trying to set up the scenery of my character.
Right, exactly. And I'm trying to set the scenery up of the Order of the Dust and how they do things.
All right. Okay. All right. Whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, he does the Order of the Dust salute, which I think is just like a like a chest pound, and then like to the side like this, and then he like dismisses you.
He swipes left.
Yep. Get out of here.
Maybe that's swiping right. I don't know if it's.
I mean, it really depends on what
don't know if it's
direction
with
you're
swiping or
swiping,
goes.
or from what direction you begin
Okay, so
swiping.
Garrett
Yeah.
calls up everyone
Okay, sure.
and is like, well, looks like we've got a job.
So we see you guys in like again a slate gray apartment, with like nice upholstery and like a couple chairs and dining room, living room.
Are there any like hang in there kitten posters?
Nope.
That would be
Place is so
There's just
drab.
like war propaganda posters, basically. Like the Order of the
Can
Dusk
I-
wants you.
Can I rephrase my statement and literally just be like, hey, we've got a job. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Sure.
He's stern, gruff, very commanding, very authoritative.
Sure.
Savagely authoritative.
So you guys
Just making
you guys are like
Oh.
in this apartment, right? And he just like walks in and says this, and then how do you guys respond?
About time. I think we may have caused a little too much collateral on that last one.
Where are you dragging us off to this time?
what?
Collateral damage, Connor.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just very odd response.
Did you hear David?
What did David say?
Where are you dragging us off to this time?
Divides? Divides.
Yeah.
Divides.
David?
Divid.
David.
No.
David.
Divides.
We're just going to the David system.
I don't know him. Sorry.
Yeah. Divide system. There to steal an artifact, kill anybody that gets in our way. Stealth is a priority.
Oh, well, I like the sound of that.
He pointedly looks at Jenkins. Stealth is a priority.
I don't
How
give him
big
hard
of a
time, actually.
priority?
Think of a priority that if you. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't say anything. He just
Stares
stares
at
at you.
Yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear. Now get going. We're leaving in 5
5 what?
minutes. Get to it.
That's not enough time. Hold on, I have to go. He walks off to the bathroom. Also, hold on, I gotta get in character. I'll be right back.
That's
I swear if you put on a red wig.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
I swear I'm gonna lose it the entire game. I won't be able to look at the Zoom group chat. I will be done. I won't be able to do it.
Yeah, so I think what we get from there, right, is like a montage of you guys like getting geared up to go and then going and getting in like your Order of the Dust ship and
All right, there we go. I'm
and
back.
I hate
oh my
you.
gosh.
Oh my! I literally, David, as soon as you walked away, I said, if David goes and puts on a red wig, I'm done. I won't be able to look at the chat.
I believe you. I'm gonna take it off now.
Done.
Why do you have that?
It's
not very
Ruth's.
comfortable.
How do you
What?
have that?
It's Ruth's.
Oh, okay.
David, you don't know how
I couldn't. I literally would not have been able to take you seriously all night. I was-
It was just sitting in our bathroom and I was like, dude, the next time I make a character.
Wow.
And you didn't ask me what my character looked like, so it didn't occur to me to put it on. I was waiting for that. And then...
Perfect.
Oh, sorry.
Also, what does Jenkins look like?
Like a black robot thing.
I-
It's an icon.
I have the suit is accurate, super, chunky black suit, but like I have a face and it's super attractive.
Here, I know who it looks like.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're just a head on a robot.
Yeah.
All right, that's pretty slick.
I mean, except that like the head isn't actually real; it's just the brain that's real. And the brain isn't actually in the head; it's behind all the plated armor.
Crazy. All right.
Okay, cool. So we get a montage of you guys getting in the ship and gearing up, all that stuff. And
Do we have a pilot? Is any of us pilot?
yeah, Luciani.
The
So the
NPC.
NPC,
Okay.
he had like his drained glass of beer, just like there, and
Oh, that was that guy.
yeah, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he stands up and he's like,
Who was he in relation to? Did you just take that one?
Yeah.
This is just he was just separate. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I was confused for a second there because I was trying to write my goals while you were describing that.
yeah, goals are
Oh.
a thing. Yeah. So and then what we get, right? We get we get that montage, and then we get a cut to the planet Gui, and
I have the link in the chat for his character's face.
okay, I'm kind of terrified to discover what this looks like, but then so we see Gui. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean honestly, that's probably what his actual face looks like. So we see Gui.
Wait.
Mhm.
The pilots or Jared's?
No, Jared's
Jared's.
character.
Sorry, yeah.
So we see Gui, we see the planet hanging in space, and then we see text at the bottom of the screen that kind of comes up and says January 21st, 3200. So we know it's like in the future of that previous flashback. And then we see your guys' ship come into view.
Yeah, we have the ship.
So again, a sleek gray vessel, Order the Dust ship. And
Do we get a picture? Is there a picture?
no. Well, I mean, maybe I do. I honestly probably have a picture on my pictures board somewhere.
It should
for
be
the-
the scimitar from Star Wars.
I don't know what that looks like. offhand.
It's Darth Maul's ship, and it looks super baller. It's great. Here,
Let's see
I'll
if I
post it.
have
Maybe it's too small. I don't know.
It's tiny.
Yeah, but we can just pretend it's bigger. It's fine.
All right.
Not loading for me, but okay. Yeah. So we see your ship come into frame, and you guys are going down. So what's the like plan? Like, just how stealthy are you gonna be here? Are you gonna go to Gui on like actual Order of the Dust business and then like sneak away to go steal the artifact? Like what's your guys' plan?
I mean, I think that's a question for Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, we're gonna go and steal it, and we're gonna go.
But I mean,
Go-
let's do
what?
it in character. So, I mean, where are we on the
True,
ship?
true, good point. All right.
Yeah, sure. See-
So we probably are like just taking off, and I'm just kind of like, all right. Whatever the like conference room would be called. I'm assuming maybe just the
Yeah.
conference room.
It's probably a
All right.
conference.
Conference room in 5
What is it with you in 5 minutes?
seconds. Let's go.
All right. So yeah, I assume at least I follow you up to the common.
Right.
Yeah, so does Ada.
Jenkins,
Yeah, I'm coming.
and I'm assuming Lucius comes as well.
Yeah, Luciani comes. Yeah,
Luciana,
Luciani.
Luciani. Yeah, I'm not gonna get that right.
Yeah,
All right.
you guys can nickname him Lucy if you want.
That's amazing.
Here's a plan.
We love Lucy. It's fine.
I pull up like our schematics that we were given or
Right.
whatever. And I'm just kind of like, all right, entrance point is here. Jenkins, do you have enough firepower to get us through here?
I have a sword.
Okay, who has firepower off character?
Ada's the only one that uses
Well,
a gun.
Yeah.
Jenkins,
got
you
it.
have the spike thrower arm.
Anybody have any
No one
demolition?
knows about that.
Oops.
Okay, real quick, give me your guys' like actual skills.
I
know-
know
The computer I'm using stopped working, so I can't look at any of that
No,
right
here,
now.
I have connect, exert, lead, talk, stab, and that's it. Ooh, I can connect and get us some demolitions.
That's true.
That's
I mean,
true.
A lot of us have unspent credits. We can probably just retroactively spend them. Okay, let's go with that. Since,
I now have a goal to make a connection.
Yeah, it's fine.
with Kiana, right? I mean, I have a goal to get your number, so let's do it.
Oh, right.
So I have connect and exert at 0. I have know at 0. I have notice at 0. I have talk at 0. I have sneak at 2 with a 3d6 instead of 2d6, and I have
Right.
shoot at 1.
All right. Well, we're sending you in. All right.
What? No, I don't. I mean, no, I sneak at things.
Right. Exactly. No, we're gonna send you in.
You said firepower.
Yeah, we're not talking about firepower anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, gotcha. We should probably. Do we have comms, or do we have to buy those?
I'm assuming we have.
I'm assuming you have comms. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So here's the plan. We need a silent entrance on the bottom here.
I can do that.
Kiana will sneak in, grab what we need, get out. Any problems? Let's go. Think tank it.
Wait,
What are some possible scenarios we could come into contact with?
Someone blows our cover. Not going to name names.
Look, it was one
Jenkins,
time,
I will
right?
disable you.
I was not talking about me.
I will cut that head clean off.
I mean, go for it. It's not like you kill. I mean, what?
Do it. I'm Alphonse. It doesn't work. He wouldn't want to ruin his pretty face. Besides, I'm pretty sure I can get in without being noticed.
All right.
And that's the thing, right? Like we honestly don't have to have the whole conversation about coming up with a plan. We can just like come up to a problem, right? And then you can flash
Yeah,
back and
I
be
mean,
like, we
just-
have a plan for this.
We can just cut with her saying, "I'm pretty sure I can get in," and then when she inevitably doesn't, we'll figure out what the contingencies were.
Exactly. Yeah. So
All right. Here, I'm just gonna say one thing.
yeah, go ahead.
Just like always, no person is left behind. No one goes in alone. You have a problem, you comment in right away. We are a team. Nobody lone wolves this. Am I clear?
Is the plan literally for me to go in alone?
It's fine. He's trying to be inspirational.
Okay, all right. I clap.
Well, you're gonna sneak in to grab the thing, but you're not going in alone.
Yeah, she doesn't actually say that. I just,
Right. All right. Okay. Just to clarify.
She just claps, kind of like semi-sarcastically, like "Yay!"
Okay, cool.
If we need to kill, don't hesitate.
All right.
Dismissed.
I take a selfie. It's good stuff.
So like,
Actually,
go ahead.
can my character be deaf?
Oh,
Like
what?
she can read lips, but like
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
that would be fun.
Yeah, I'm down.
Cool. Trying to think of more like character things that I can do.
I like that your
so.
character's deaf, but they have alert. As
Well, yeah. She's
The
alert.
rest of her
but-
senses are
Yeah.
more heightened.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go with that.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying.
Can she be? Shouldn't she kind of pull like a toff and she walks around barefoot all the time, so she can feel
Well, that's the
vibration?
thing. I mean, honestly, she could have like some sort of like gear that like super heightens her sense of touch or something.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. What's your constitution?
She has
Uh,
14, I think.
Okay, well, she's kind of good at constitution too, so we can say that she's just really tough. So even when she feels pain, it's not really that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I like that a lot.
Hit points out of everybody, so there's that too.
All right.
'Cause I wanted to have like a kind of a soft-spoken character, but like a tough character at the same time, and I was like, how do I do that without it being just like Dylan? But
Yeah.
No, I'm into it. Yeah.
Dylan's not cliche in that way though. She's
No, I don't think Dylan's very cliche.
yeah.
Anyway, okay, so I pull Ada aside, and I
So can we sign? Like
yeah, does the rest of the crew know sign language?
I'm fine if you all do. Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely.
all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Sign.
Cool.
I'll be right back.
I
I love
can
you.
talk to you over comms.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you know, they have, and I don't know if this works, but they have technology now where instead of audio going through your ear, it just goes through your bone. The vibrations go through your bone to your brain. And it tells you what you're hearing. And I feel like you
Oh,
should be
that's
able to
weird.
hear that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Sure.
it doesn't use your ear. So I would assume that still works. I don't know.
Sure.
Nothing else sci-fi, so it works now.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like there are all sorts of things that you could just
Yeah,
make
like the
up
Google
because it's
Glass did
sci-fi.
that. Like, it doesn't have an audio piece; it just vibrates your bone, which I feel like that has to be bad.
Can't be good for you.
Yeah, I know, but whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay, Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
real quick, running something by you, and I'm gonna have a conversation with Ada about it.
Just send the Snapchat to Jenkins.
Jenkins thumbs up.
I am.
Okay, so Ada, I pull you aside, and I
Okay.
sign and mouth. Were you able to get any information off of the chip?
I guess she just says yes, I guess.
And
I don't know what else to say after that.
just start making stuff up. I'm going off the fly.
Okay. I'm not good at making stuff up. um
Any information about a contact? Psychiatrist? Dead person?
Where are you going?
I don't know how to respond to any of this.
Oh, is there something about one of us you could be looking into? My character has a criminal background. I kind of
No,
figured.
it has nothing to do with you guys.
No, I mean it could. Is my point.
Well, it could. I
He has a very
suppose.
specific idea about what this is.
Well, it doesn't sound like he's giving Carly a lot of.
Nope, it doesn't.
I mean, just pick one of them and go with it, I guess.
Go with a dead person. That's more interesting.
Or
Yeah.
say it's all encrypted or something. I don't know.
Okay, sure, she signs that.
It's all encrypted.
Yeah.
Or no, I think I gave it to you because it was encrypted.
Right.
Doesn't have
Isn't that what I just said?
skills that
She doesn't have those
Okay.
skills. Connor.
No, I know she doesn't have those
Yeah,
skills.
I don't.
I would say that you brought it to somebody. In my head, I didn't explain any of this. All right.
I was
I
gonna
like
say.
yeah. I'm just making stuff up, trying to further the story here. I asked you. How about I asked you if you found anybody who could pull the information off of it?
Want to make a connect roll, Ada? See if you have.
Yeah, sure.
Not either of the people we have that will connect. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, it's telling us something about who Garrett trusts.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks. Thanks for that. Not that I can.
I mean,
I see how it is, Connor.
What am I rolling it with?
Probably
probably
charisma.
Okay. I was gonna say probably intelligence.
I mean, she's trying to find a person, right? Like,
Right.
okay, cool. So
Oh, hey.
think. Oh, did you have a -1 in charisma?
Probably.
Yeah, I think you found a Order of the Dust like I guess maybe not a person who's in the Order of the Dust, but rather a
That
person.
wouldn't be good.
No, a person who's native to Kulo though. It's still native to the planet where the Order of the Dust does things, but he's like a black market sort of person who like you can go to like have he's like very discreet. Yeah, so I think you found him, and he seems like on the up and up. So did
Okay.
she like already give it to him? Is that what you're saying, Connor?
Who are you asking?
I mean, I'm probably asking you. You'd probably just decide that. Did you give it to him?
Probably not. She probably wanted to run it by you first, so she
Okay.
signs all of that.
Okay. Do you trust him?
She says yes.
Give it to him.
Okay.
I mean, you'll have to do it when you get back
Right.
now, but
Or just send the information to him.
that makes more sense. Yeah.
So she pulls out a compad.
Right.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
You can teleport stuff, right?
That's not no.
Darn.
So Ada, go ahead and make a program roll for me,
Okay.
because you are sending encrypted information over the internet. So
With what attribute?
intelligence.
Okay. Dang it. Oh, dang.
Wow,
Nice.
doing good.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. So
Hold it at 10 and 11.
it doesn't seem
Two
like any of
things that
it.
I
Like it seems like
not good at.
you sent it safely. And yeah, the guy sends you a message back and says, I'll get to this right away. Thanks for your business.
I motion. I'm in motion. I sign to you and I ask, did you tell him to be discreet?
She just starts typing that in her comm and sends it to him.
he gives you an eye. Like,
What kind of
I thought you know better. Yeah, okay.
She apologizes.
The guy sends back, always.
And I'm
She
assuming you
shows
just
him the
show that-
screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So my other question is, like, what are you guys doing for the initial, like, how are you guys approaching the planet? What's your plan for that?
How are we approaching the planet?
Are you taking a Order of the Dust ship? Or are you taking a like generic ship that you're gonna pretend
Probably
to be some
a
people you
generic
not?
ship because yeah,
Sure.
we're trying to make
What's your
this
cover story?
stealth mission. We're here to sell the robot.
The red murderer. Yes, nice.
You want that to be the story?
Well, can that be something that like they ask and it's like, sorry, like why are you docking? And I just kind of look around at everybody and I'm
You
like,
didn't plan for this.
I didn't plan for this, and then I'm just kind of like, we're here to showcase a robot for sale.
Who has the best talk skill? Hold on a second.
Jenkins, I think.
The robot.
The robot.
No one knows I'm a robot.
Actually,
But
like 3 of us have 0, I think, in talk.
I have 0. I have 1 connect.
Yeah, but this would be talk.
Wait, Jerry, what'd you say?
No one knows I'm a robot.
I don't know you're a robot.
No.
What?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
it's a
about
big
that.
reveal.
Don't.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh.
It would have been much easier to do that as a reveal, like with the players as well.
Yeah.
That would be less confusing, but too late.
I make a
now.
normal.
I mean, they knew from the get-go because I posted that
No,
in the
that's
chat
fair.
hours ago.
It's fair.
Can I make a no roll to know if there's something going on this planet that we might be here for?
Sure.
Cool. I
What,
assume it's
what chat, Jared? Roll20 chat?
No,
intelligent.
the group chat on Facebook.
Oh, I'm not on Facebook.
I got a 6.
Um.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't think of anything that would be compelling. Like you could give them a generic answer like we're here to buy, we're here to like freight things like steel or whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, I probably just unless Garrett says something. Do you say something, Garrett?
I mean, I'm trying to think of something right now that my character would say. But if somebody wants to jump in and say something.
Yeah, I think she's probably just like, oh, we need fuel and our robot needs repairs, so we just figured we'd. Wait, does this planet have a fueling? This is like a.
Yeah, we don't have a robot. Remember, David?
Ah, keep forgetting. That was the problem with the last. Then yeah, she just says our ship is low on fuel and needs some tune-up or whatever. But is this what tech level is this planet?
TL4.
Okay, then yeah, that's what she says.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, we're just on stopover for.
Yeah. Make a talk roll.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Can I make it with intelligence?
No.
Okay. Can I make it with intelligence?
You could roll administer instead, like to navigate bureaucracy.
I already rolled it. I got a 6.
Okay. Yeah. So I think.
Although I didn't know that I could do that. I'd probably.
Let me hold up a sec. Look at my character sheet. She
It
might
didn't sound
get
like honestly you were going into too much about the bureaucracy stuff though, so I think this makes sense.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah, I think the guy responds and says,
Aw.
"All right, whatever your ship. What's your guys' ship's name? What did you give it? What name did you give it?
It's called the Yawning Star. Yeah.
Okay. You hear wait, give me a second. You hear over the comms. You hear all right, Yawning Star. Just go ahead and make your way to Docking Bay CF and CF47. It looks like is the hangar. And there's just going to be a routine security check just to make sure that you're not bringing anything illegal into the system. It shouldn't take that long, but just be prepared for that when you land. Thank you.
All right, Caleb, I just realized that authority only counts for NPCs, so I need more NPCs for you to throw at me so that my character makes more sense. That's all I'm going to say. I'm assuming that I'm going to pick up some more of my crew here on this planet that I've worked with at sometimes before, but this is my main squad right here.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
All right. Specifically, probably a demolitions expert who's going to create a distraction by shutting off all the lights in that sector.
Okay.
You roll a connections roll. I can do it. That's my goal.
Well, he has a focus though, so.
Yeah, I have a focus that's literally NPCs. I can pretty much make them do anything.
Sure.
And they get a +1 to bonus to all skill checks.
Well,
And a hit roll bonus.
Yeah, it equal to your lead skill.
Yeah, which is 2.
Yeah, so they get a +2 to hit, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that's pretty lit.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Okay, cool. So you guys make your way to the hangar, the docking bay.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. So what are you gonna do about the security check? Because obviously you guys have a lot of things that shouldn't be here, like military stuff.
Crap, I didn't realize that.
I mean, I feel like you guys can deal with this, and I should probably go do the thing, right? Like,
Well, they're not gonna let anyone just go off. Like that's the
Well,
first
right.
thing.
no.
Well, I mean, you can just stealth
roll,
off,
they
yeah.
won't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can. Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm actually good at.
I'm actually
Right.
buddies with a security officer here.
Rolls connect.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yes.
Yeah, roll connect. So let's have Kiana just sneak off, and let's have
Mhm.
Jenkins.
Yeah, Keanu, go ahead and make that roll first to go
Okay.
sneak off.
I will do that. So yeah, I think she's like, I think maybe I'll go do the thing, and then just kind of steps off to the side.
So yeah, you definitely won't be able to just like walk off the ship, but you could like go off
We have
some more
we have
discreet
like a
way.
secret hatch that like
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
that specifically
Oh,
does
ooh.
holy stinking crap.
Yeah. You
off.
sneak all the days. For days.
All day
You
long.
sneak all the way off.
I say that, and you turn, and I'm not there anymore.
Yep.
Yeah. There's just a cloud of dust where she went.
Yeah.
Or no, it's a smoke bomb.
Yep.
Ninja vanish.
Lucian, I told wait. I was gonna make a joke about dust. Never mind. I told you to clean the ship.
Okay.
Wait, are we
much
still on the
dust in
ship?
here.
I assumed we were walking somewhere. Are we? Was I misinformed?
Oh no, I assume we just landed.
No, you just landed. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you said we were walking to the things.
Nope.
Because they're gonna check out our ship and our
Yeah.
crew.
Right. Okay. I thought we were walking, which is why I said I
So
was
you know what's kind of amusing
Gotcha.
though is you did the talking for the ship, and you're not gonna be there when.
Yeah, it's fine. Look, I have an excuse. It's fine.
Okay, sounds good. So we see Kiana kind of like sneak away. So we see you sneak through the hangar and like kind of make your way out of the hangar. And then you guys hear like a metallic knocking on your door.
We obviously like opened it up and are like ready to step off and stuff.
Are you sure there was enough stuff in that sentence? I don't think.
Yeah, so you see a Chinese man with like a clipboard, right, like on the other side with a couple of like assistants, and he says, "This will just be a routine inspection. It shouldn't take very long." And he kind of starts just like walking on your ship. You are Captain, and then what name did you give Garrett?
Jenkins. I'm not Jenkins. Leroy. You gave Leroy, right? Gotta get it in here somehow, man.
Sure.
All right.
You are Captain Leroy, I presume.
Yes, sir.
So, what is your business in the sector, or in the system? It's like
Here to
making
fuel
notes on
up.
his like compad tablet clipboard thing. What, just fuel up?
Yep.
You said.
Here to fuel up because there's some really interesting. He doesn't mutter. There's some really interesting sights to see.
He kind of frowns at you and looks and says, "There are sights to see, Ongui. Are you a religious man, Captain Leroy?"
Yes.
Well, that's good because the only sights to see on this planet are religious in nature. So,
Oh, yes. Do you think I was referring to natural rock formations?
yes, we
How dare
don't
you
have
insult
those
our
anymore.
religious Natural rock formations.
He says we don't have those anymore.
Yeah. Didn't think so.
Well,
Yes,
if you ever
eventually.
need to, if you ever want to see, or if you ever want any secular tourist locations, I know a good slag heap that you can see.
Why is the dog in here? Okay.
Let the dogs out.
You let the dogs in.
Hi, Chase.
All right. Anyway, Jared, did you roll a connect?
Oh, not yet.
About to say because we were just gonna make this person into. Yeah, Chase said
Right.
hi to Carly. We were gonna make this person into. Yeah, she heard you.
Right, and I'm assuming like Jenkins would
Roll
like walk in the room at this point, right? And then now you're gonna make your connect roll to have known this guy, right?
Yeah.
Can I use strength because we're gym buddies?
No,
Darn.
no. That is honestly like the best argument for that I could possibly have heard, but no.
I was close.
Oh man.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you walk out, Jenkins, and you know, you big beefy guy.
Hey, Jerry, what up?
Well, so his name definitely isn't Jerry,
Darn.
because he is Chinese.
Oh.
So
Hey, look.
his
His name can be Jerry if he wants
Yeah.
it to be. Okay, don't be racist.
don't try to anglicize all these people. No. Colonial, anyway.
Spelled with an I. Okay. I don't know. Anyways. Go ahead.
Let's see.
What is Jerry's actual name?
Man. name is Bison.
All right. And I look a little bit closer, and I'm like, Bison?
His name is Bison. Just Mr. Zon is fine. And then he looks over you and he says, Jenkins, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it has. What's up? How's the family?
My family is doing well. Thank you for asking. He like makes a couple more notes. Jenkins, do you have any sort of illegal paraphernalia aboard your ship?
What's illegal on this planet, Caleb?
A lot of things. It's not as strict as Bratislav, but it's like pretty strict in terms of like you're not supposed to have military grade weapons. In
Everything that we have is illegal.
pretty much.
Oh, okay. Bison, you know me. We go way back. We're gym buddies.
Yeah, he raises an eyebrow. He says, I haven't been to the gym in years, Jenkins.
You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's never too late to go back.
Jenkins, do you have illegal paraphernalia or not?
Of course not.
Am I going to have to send my men to scour your ship?
I mean, it would be a waste of your time.
He kind of like looks you up and down. So this is the thing. You are in giant like power armor.
Yeah.
That's
But
illegal.
The thing is, I'm always in power armor. It's not actually power armor. It's
Yeah,
just,
I realize that.
Your paperwork calls it a prosthetic. It's fine.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So again, I think he looks at you again. He says, "Do you still have a license for that?"
Of course.
Let's see if you do.
Roll a connection.
Make a administer roll.
Oh, that's bad.
Can I make it for him?
You can, yeah,
Okay.
Awesome.
yeah. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
So Keanu
I
did
have
the
a minus
paperwork
one.
on the last time you had to renew your license for this thing.
But I do have 2 intelligence, so. Yeah.
Nice.
Boy.
Yeah, your paperwork is all in order.
Real question is, what did you have to give me to get me to do that? So, anyways, I have
What
like
do you want?
So dear.
I have like a muscle shirt that's yours,
my-
right? Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Can I ask him if he knows any demolitions on the way out? Demolitionists?
You're gonna ask him?
Yeah,
Does
I
that
can.
not look suspicious?
Well, so that's the thing. He's not just gonna
Once per
leave.
day, you can make a request from an NPC who is not openly hostile to you.
Do you know any
If
good
you succeed, it will
demolitionists?
comply with the request, provided it is not harmful or extremely uncharacteristic.
It is extremely uncharacteristic.
Ask if he knows any pyrotechnic specialists because you're a fireworks show.
Right.
Ask him where he knows I could find some
Be
demolitions.
diplomatic.
Not if he knows it. Just if I.
No,
was-
you wouldn't be able to ask this guy that. He would turn you in.
I know. I'm just kidding. I wasn't actually going to. It's fine.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Jenkins, he kind of like looks at your like tablet right with your paperwork for your prosthetic, and he kind of like nods to himself. He's like, "This is very good paperwork."
It's a
What?
seeing iMech.
Yeah.
It's like a portable iron lung.
Yes.
Seen iMac. Oh, that's a good one. Oh boy. Yeah. So he says, whoever did your paperwork on this did a much better job than you had last time. All right, Jenkins, I'm going to have to have my men do a routine inspection of your ship and search for any hidden compartments that may exist here.
My sword is sealed inside my body compartment.
So this is the thing. You can like try to convince him that you don't need that he doesn't need to do this, but you'll have to make a talk roll.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone have +1 to talk?
I'll
Alright,
give
we
you
got
+1 to the roll because you've made the successful connect roll.
All right.
This is the power suit you're looking for.
Well,
Not bad.
partially.
It's there.
Yeah. So I think he kind of Well, Mr. Jenkins, he kind of like furtively looks around. I may be able to overlook this breach in protocol, but I would need some incentive.
Such as?
You know what I'm asking for, Mr. Jenkins.
What's an autograph?
I pull out my my Space Club Fitness Gold Premium membership card. I'm just like, you really twisted my arm here,
I
but
don't want your membership pass. It's not even good on Gui.
thank goodness.
Jim Corp got banned from the planet.
Probably for accepting Jim. And what's it called? All right, joke's gone.
Oh,
That's too late. Continue.
good stuff.
Yeah, so obviously he's asking for a bribe. So
Well, I look over to our loving commander.
What?
This fine gentleman here needs a little bit of incentive.
yeah, and the guy looks at you and just kind of like raises his eyebrow, like,
He puts on the most real smile anyone has ever seen. And he says, look, man, you do me a solid. We got a place to be in 20 minutes. Max. All right? And I haven't repented of my sins in over a month because we've been out in space.
You
I
want to know
need to be able to make this.
I
Please,
think you're.
Gotta give me this chance here.
It doesn't sound like you know much about the All Saints Church of God. They aren't one for confessionals.
You look, you don't know what he's doing, okay?
You should be able to repent no matter where you are.
Goals anyways.
Why are you rolling a lead?
Gain a lead is a bonus skill. Once per day, you can make a request from an NPC who is not overly hostile to you.
And the request is to not search your ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, yeah. So you just like act like you're a commander with authority, and I'm trying to think of how he respond. He kind of frowns, and he says, "Well, I hate to be a person to get in the way of religious duties, however misguided. I wish you well. There will have to be a secondary inspection before you leave port, just to make sure you're not taking off any black market delicacies."
Such as?
Them crab cakes, man.
Sure, what do you got?
What is it that we're not
What shouldn't I buy?
allowed?
I am not going to privilege you with that information, Mr. Jenkins, Mr. Leroy. And then he thinks, he's like, why does that sound familiar?
Oh my gosh.
Say it the other way around. No, I don't.
Mr. Leroy Jenkins?
Have a reservation for this.
Yeah, so he makes like a sharp like note on his tablet, kind of folds it up, puts it under the crook of his arm, and he says something in Chinese to like the people who've been like kind of like looking around the ship. He says, "All right, we're leaving. I hope that you enjoy your stay on Gui, and that your repentance is accepted."
He was just. Me too, man.
Ada's just sitting in the chair next to him, like silently chuckling.
Hey, we won't let you down. We appreciate this, and he does too.
Yeah, so he looks back at you and he says, "I sincerely hope for your sake, Mr. Leroy, that you don't do anything in need of repentance while you're here on Gui. I'm not sure that
Well,
you're your initial act of penance is going to suffice in that case. There's
Well, if I did, there's not a
just wait, he's not done yet. I have to make the actual point. He says, the Savior of All Saints Church of God has a strong hatred for hypocrites, and then he turns and walks off.
Nice.
Like,
I thought religious people weren't supposed to hate. No, he doesn't say that. That would be super uncharacteristic for him to say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the guy walks off. So let's go ahead and take a break, our first break here, and come back, and then figure out what Kiana has been up to with her stealth, and then continue on the mission. So we will be back shortly with more Elysian Road right after this. Stick around.